While I was in Amsterdam, I had an important task, and that was arranging all the stationery from Traveler's Notebook. I framed these posters because I felt like they look way better with wood frames. Yeah, yes, yeah. And we also decided to use these boxes to store some of the inserts. I feel like I did a better job the second day. It was Cafe Analog Stationery Cafe that weekend, and even though we were nervous and we had to get the room ready in less than 30 minutes, I think we did a good job. It was my first time doing something like this, and I honestly had so much fun. Travelers companies send you these samples so people can see how to use different inserts. I also had to arrange the stamp station, but I just wanted to sit down and stamp my journal like crazy. But yeah, honestly, having the opportunity to do this was insane. I still cannot believe I was in charge of doing that. We had 2 days of stationery cafe and we brought 5 journals each day. And people actually bought all of them. And I don't know, I think it was crazy to see people purchasing them like right in front of you. Honey kept a few passport sized journals, and one of them was from the first batch. And I just wanted to steal it. It was such a wonderful memory. I brought my Japan inserts so people could see the papers and flip through their pages in case they were thinking about buying them. While I was in Amsterdam, Hani told me, Anna, would you like to make stamps or PT tapes? And I was like, can I? Is that possible? And she wrote this lovely message. You guys know I'm not an artist. I don't know how to draw, but I one thing I'm good at, I, like I feel like I'm aware of the things like I use, like the stationery I always use like nonstop in my spreads, and just not buying for the sake of buying. And yeah, I love tiny stamps and simple word stamps. So I want to create something that resonates with me and that I can use in my spreads every single day. And yeah, and things that I can also add to my tiny stamps collection. So I'm excited to do this. Like, I'm really excited. I'm talking way too much about this, but I just cannot believe this will happen. Honey, she just makes my dreams come true. And people started to arrive. I was nervous and tired. It was almost the end of my trip, so I could definitely feel how tired I was. And my dark circles were just super crazy. But I was also really excited to see everybody and to film the event. Not gonna lie, I just wanted to sit down with everybody and just relax and buy stationery, but I had to do this, so that's what I did. I met wonderful travelers, notebook lovers, and they showed me their beautiful journals, and I was like daydreaming. It was also insane when some people came to me and said like, "Hey, I watch your videos," and I don't know, I will never forget those little moments. She got my handmade journal passport size, like the first batch I ever made, and yes, I will never forget you. There was a table where two girls were journaling together and talking Spanish. Oof, and I just wanted to sit with them. I mixed footage from day one and day two, and Yeah, I just wanted to capture the magic of a journaling meeting, but I always feel like I don't do a good job. Maybe it's because I'm nervous or because of the lights, or I don't know. Maybe a lot of things are like going on at the same time, or I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just bad at it and that's it. But I guess what I want to say is being there is just too magical. It was impossible for me to capture the magic, I guess. I wanted to make the most of that moment and I stamped my new journal because I wanted to open my Mount Fuji cover in front of the camera. I couldn't open it in Narita and stamp the leather there, so I did that in Amsterdam. Every single corner of the stationery cafe was magical. Here we had a paper cutting art workshop that, again, I just wanted to sit down and join them. And next to the cashier, we had gachapon. And oh, that was so cool. Just seeing people getting washi tapes and stamps, just that made me miss Japan like even more. One of the best things about this weekend was meeting Andrea and Sofia. I felt very overwhelmed the first day because I wanted to meet my friends after the event and I was busy, I was exhausted, but just being with both of them at a bar with my best friends, just talking about life was so freaking magical. That moment for me was just insane. Like maybe I'm overreacting, but it felt like two worlds colliding and I never wanted to leave. And that moment was just perfect. I was also nervous because I was overthinking like maybe they think I'm this way and then they get disappointed because I'm not what they expected. I don't know. I I started thinking just crazy thoughts, but they made me feel so at ease. I honestly cannot wait to meet them again. They both wrote something in my journal, and I will treasure that forever. I will also treasure our little Instax pictures that we took and Sophia's spread that she made in my journal. I will show you in my next flip through. People prepare some gifts, and even though I was busy to open them while I was there, I did it once. I was back home and I felt so grateful and just showered with love. Is that a thing? Well, I just felt really, really thankful. Monica makes the tiniest journals ever. I want to show you so bad, but I just haven't found the time to film since I got home from my trip. I just been editing. Three mothers were there with their daughters, which for me was crazy. I just loved it with all my heart. Sharing journaling with your mom or daughter, like, I don't know, it's such a beautiful thing to have in common. I don't know, I feel like so many things happened while we were there that I will need a 4 hours video to talk about the stationery cafe like non-stop. Just love seeing people decorating their journals, having fun, chatting with new people, or just like being too focused on their spreads that they couldn't even like say a word. It was just so lovely. I often say this, but living in an island where nobody does this and being the only one with this hobby, or at least I haven't found a person here, can often be, yeah, it can feel lonely. And don't get me wrong, I just love being alone at home, journaling in my desk and just watching something on my laptop. Journaling for me, it's me time. But I don't know, getting together to journal and to talk about the latest stamp collection from a Taiwanese artist or whatever. Yeah, for me that's so special, and I've only been able to experience that at the Cafe Analog Stationery Cafe.